Hey Kaikille, welcome back to my channel, and today's lesson we will explore more about the basic greetings and phrases for communicating in Finnish. So you could use these words or phrases when you are meeting someone for the first time or when you're saying goodbye to someone. So these phrases will help you navigate everyday conversations. So let's get started with the part 1. Alright, so in this slide, you can see the common greetings or yleisiä tervehdyksiä. So these are the common greetings in Finnish. I will read each word or phrase and I hope you take note of how they are pronounced. Hei, hei hei, heippa. Moi, moi moi, moikka. Terve, moro, morjesta. Hyvää huomenta, huomenta. Hyvää päivää, päivää. Hyvää iltaa, iltaa. Hyvää yötä, öitä. Mitä äijä? Kiitos. Ole hyvä. So, in the next slide, you will see these words that I have used in a video where my husband and I discussed the greetings and phrases that Finnish people used. I tried to mix things up with teaching and learning, so I hope you like it. So, let's start to ask an actual Finnish person, how do Finnish people greet each other?
Well, I say moi,
Okay.
and if it's a new person, then I
Handshake.
do a handshake.
Okay, what's a handshake in Finnish?
Kättely.
Kättely.
Joo. Minä kättelen sinua.
Okay.
Tai minä kättelin sinua.
I shook your hand.
Joo. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the first one was I shake your hand.
Okay.
Sitten mä,
In
I
English? Yeah.
I greet with a hug if it's like good friend or family member. If it's a good friend, I mean I have a guy friends, so yeah, so a good friend. Then we usually like shake with hands first and then hug, kind of like kind of like this,
Yeah. My experience with your family was that at first, when you first meet a person, you don't actually hug them right away. You, what is it? You shake their hands first, and then on the second meeting that you meet them, that you can really hug them already. And
Yep.
is that true?
Yeah, in our family, but I don't think hugging is that common in Finland. I think it's perhaps like our family thing mainly.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah. And if there's a big group, maybe people kind of just look at them and move head like a little bit like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
But we do it to everyone in our family things. Like we usually everyone hugs everyone almost like that.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell. Like I don't know how other families are. I'm just guessing. But that's the way we do it.
Okay. How about in buses? What do you think is the most appropriate greeting when you see someone that you know in a bus? Because I know what's really funny here in Finland is that you don't really sit
next to each other?
Well, if I know someone in the bus, I hope they don't look at me because
Okay.
because I don't want to face them or talk to them.
Okay.
Unless it's like a really good friend. If it's someone I kind of know, I don't care.
You don't
Like,
care.
yeah, I hope they don't because usually people look down when they're sitting. So if
Yeah.
I go to a bus, I hope they don't see me.
Okay.
Or if I'm sitting, I hope they don't see me as well. And maybe even sometimes I might put my bag next to my seat so
Yeah.
they won't sit because I don't want to have to talk with them the whole ride.
Yeah.
I don't even want to have that possibility that it could turn into talking.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course there are exceptions, like if you have had awesome conversation with someone and then that if you talk with them it will be a good conversation again. But in a way, a bus ride for me isn't for talking. I like to chill. I don't even usually use my phone. I kind of relax. It's kind of my I don't know. I like to just think, and I like not talking.
Yeah. Do you think that is true for every Finnish people?
Maybe for the dudes and some of the girls as well, but I think dudes don't want to talk, at least.
Okay. So we have the moi, hey, or you can actually double the words like moi moi, hey hey. What other words do you use for greetings?
Well, I often say moro. It's like maybe guys use it more, like as a moi, but it's like moro or morjesta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then maybe something like mitä äijä, like it's more like what's up, like what's up dude, kind of
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, but I think I use
Okay, how
moro.
about terve?
Yeah,
I heard it a
terve
few
is one way as well. It means healthy, which sounds kind of weird, but I hear it as hi, moi, moro.
Okay.
I hear it like.
Do you use it in a normal conversation?
Do I use it?
Yeah.
Not really. I use the word I use starts with M almost all the time. So
Okay.
moi or moro, I think,
Okay.
are or morjesta. I'm not sure, but I think I use those three the most.
How about when you say your goodbye to someone? How do you say it?
Well, when I leave my parents' house, I say moikka.
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 Uh-huh. Heippa. I heard that too.
Yeah, that's kind of similar as moikka, but maybe that's for people who use the word hey.
Okay.
But I use moi, so moikka is more common. You probably use the same, what you like hey and heippa, or moi and moikka.
Okay.
That's probably how people go with it.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's a nice tip. All right. How about the greetings during the day? Like the whole day. Like for example, I think for good morning, you'd say hyvää huomenta.
Yeah, I
And-
usually say just moi. I think for you, maybe I say hyvää huomenta to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe so that you learn.
Yeah. Well,
But-
with your family, I tell them huomenta. And
Yeah, it's actually
they say it back.
like when we are staying in Veikola or at my parents. When people say me huomenta, I always kind of feel a little awkward in a way because it's weird to hear it because I personally use only moi. Doesn't
Okay.
matter what time of day.
Do you think grandmas only say huomenta?
Yeah, I think they pretty much always say it. So it's kind of like for a bit older people. For them, it matters like more what day it is.
Okay.
Also, I think one thing that could affect that is that I wake up so late. So when I wake up, it isn't like officially morning anymore. So that could affect the whole hyvää huomenta thing.
Okay. So what other greetings do Finnish people say aside from the morning? How about when it's lunch?
There is no certain word for lunch.
Okay.
It's just well, I say moi. Maybe people say päivää, hyvää päivää, a good day.
Okay.
But maybe the older people do it, like grandpas and grandmas. But yeah, and in the evening, yeah, it's similar here as well. Like evening, ilta, good evening, hyvää iltaa.
Okay.
So it's yeah, but I don't hear the youth or people my age saying even ilta.
Youth. Okay. How about when it's afternoon, late afternoon, or at night?
Oh yeah, hyvää yötä. Hyvää yötä, good night. I mean, when you go to sleep, we say it, yeah. And
Okay.
it's not very common to actually meet someone in the night, so. Well, if you meet someone, like let's say you're working outside during night, you don't say hyvää yötä because that's what you say when you go to
bed.
sleep.
Yeah.
And hyvää yötä, but I usually say öitä. It's like nights, basically,
Yeah.
in a partitive. So it's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, hyvää yötä or öitä is
Okay.
pretty common. Was there another question there?
I think like
Night and what?
evening or late evening. Do you still greet each other?
I mean, if you go outside, I don't know. I think it's still, at least for me, it's the basic words moi or something like that.
Okay.
But of
Alright.
course, I mean, some people can use ilta, but it sounds weird to me, unless you say it as a grandpa or grandma. Then it sounds like correct because that's what you are used to hearing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for the information, and I'll explain more to that. I'll explain more about that later on my slides.
Ole hyvä.
So that's it for this part of our lesson, and I hope that you enjoyed the video and you learned something from it. And most especially, of course, that you practice this at home. And if you have any questions or comments or any suggestions, I am open for it. You can just write it on the comment box. So thank you again and see you in the next video.